I was just riding my bike one day and I was passing this CD shop and they were playing it outside. Never heard anything like it before. It was love at first sound. The history of Gypsy Jazz starts with Django. Some people say it ends with Django as well. He was a French gypsy, born in Belgium. Before jazz ever hit Europe and France, all these gypsies were playing acoustic guitars, they were playing bass, violin. These were the gypsy instruments. Basically, when Django first heard jazz, he heard Louis Armstrong, he heard Duke Ellington, all these people. He started playing that kind of music on their instruments. So what you had was American jazz played on acoustic instruments. In American jazz, you have drums going so it's doing that kind of rhythm. And the guitar is, very basic. The rhythm guitar is just going. That's it. In Gypsy Jazz, there's no drums. So the rhythm guitar had to play the drums instead of, for example, this, which was American rhythm. There was the Gypsy rhythm, which was this. So the guitar basically does that little extra stroke. When he was 18, his caravan lit on fire, and these two fingers were paralyzed in this sort of claw. So they were there. I mean, it's not that he was missing those two fingers, but they were paralyzed. They said that they were going to amputate his hand, and he refused, and basically he built up strength in the hand and started playing guitar. And what made that incident so unique is that, he had these two fingers like this. It changes the whole approach to guitar. Five-fingered people like myself will play a G chord like this, When your fingers are paralyzed like this, his intuition was to play it like this. So what he was doing was basically modernizing jazz. And also phrasing. I mean, when you have five fingers, you automatically want to, use one and then use the other and use the other. But when you're soloing with these two fingers, you're not predictable. In Europe, you still see gypsies and they only play with these two fingers, right? So it's a very desirable technique to have because you sound more like Django, and I think that's the main intention of any gypsy jazz musician, guitar player these days, is to get that sound. And I've seen gypsies practice where they duct tape these two fingers to their hand, and that's how they practice with these two fingers. I mean, this is my handicap, 5 fingers.